Hey guys, my name is Junior and I'm part of the ModernC10 crew, and I'm usually the guy making all the noise behind the camera, but today I'm in front of it and I want to give you guys an overview of this direct bolt-on 1973 to 87 harness bar. This right here is our 1020 DOM steel version. It is CNC bent and it is completely designed on AutoCAD. We spend a lot of times getting all the measurements correct and making sure that it's nice and tight up in the cab. And these are all welded by our cameraman and all built in a fixture to where you weld them out and it's repeatable every time. The reason why we harp so much on repeatability is so that you, the consumer, can take any of these 73 to 87 harness bars and it will bolt right up into your cab. And once you bolt it up, not only do you gain a harness bar if you're in a class that requires it, but you have now added a whole bunch of strength to your cab where you otherwise wouldn't have it. So now let's go ahead and unwrap this harness bar. We'll go over the parts kit that comes with it and as well as the tools that will be needed to get this job done. So these are the parts that come with our kit, and these are going to be your front mounting plates with their bolts, and these will be the back ones. Comes with all the bolts and stuff that you need for that section of it. And then these right here, we use it to align the harness bar and it'll bolt it on. Here we have the tools, your 9/16 wrench and ratchet and a 3/8 Allen with a 3/8 drill bit. All right guys, so I know that we've got the bar in here already, but bear with me. So for you guys that have carpet, you're gonna wanna peel that back to give us enough clearance to start working on this area, because you really want to have this thing on bare metal. And what you're going to want to do is grab your bolts and your spacers on the ends, and you're going to want to put this spacer in between your frame and in between the cab. And once you get that in there, you kind of want to tighten it up a little bit, but not all the way. And you're going to want to make sure that this thing is laying down flat on the floor. And as you're holding it down, you want to be tightening up the bolt so that everything's right where it needs to be. So for those of you that aren't really using a harness on the passenger side, we got a way of making the factory belt work with our harness bar, and we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do that. Hey guys, we're here with Bougie, and right here's an example of what I was saying previously about putting the factory seat bolt on here. We decided not to use the actual harness for the belts up here. So what we did, we took this spacer out and turned it down a little bit to where it gave us enough clearance in here to bolt everything right up. And these little spacers right here should go right through these inner trim pieces. So this should be simple and easy. Now let's get back to the time lapse. Got these bolted up on the top. It's got everything centered up and where you need it to be. We're going to start drilling these bottom holes right here in the front portion of it, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so whenever I was tightening these up here, there was a little bit of a gap on the bottom. It was just kind of floating. So what I did, I just kind of cracked the top and loosened it a little bit and tried to push it down as far as I could, and then tighten them back up. But now I'm going to go ahead and drill. So now that we got our hole drilled, we're going to take this little backing plate right here, bolt it up from the top. You might need an extra helping hand to help you tighten the other side. So once you drill these front holes, put the bolts, backing plates, and tighten it all up. Now we're going to want to go ahead and drill our back ones. Alright guys, so right here, we're going to put our longer bolts in the back, and then we're going to use our backing plate, and we'll go right into that channel. Alright guys, so right here, we got our plate. Got the bolts ran all the way through. Now we're gonna go ahead and suck it down. So I went ahead and got this side done off camera, and we got everything nice and tight, looking good. And for those of you with carpet, it's probably now the time where you're gonna want to put your cuts, lay it over, and make it look all factory. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next one.